Hello everyone, we are from Tutorial 2 Group 1 and the topic that we are presenting now is Chapter 1, Managing Today. I am Wanyi and these are my group mates, JIANING, JIAQIAN, GABRIELA, YUXIN, YIXUAN, Huiyin, XING, Zihui and SHENG. Let's see question 1. What is an organization and what characteristics do organizations share? For the question, what is an organization? An organization is a deliberate collection of people brought together to accomplish some specific purpose. There are a variety of types of organizations, and one of them includes international organizations. For instance, CFA is an international organization, as it gathers a collection of people who are interested in the investment field to accomplish the specific purpose of serving investment management professionals with education, ethics, and certification programs. According to Mooney and Rayleigh, organization can be defined as the form of every human association for the attainment of a common purpose. Next, let's see what characteristics do organizations share. The first characteristic of an organization is goals, followed by people, and lastly, structure. An organization has a distinct purpose or a goal. A goal is something that is wished to achieve. For example, recently, Instagram faced the problem of locking users out and suspending their accounts. This issue caused a lot of users could not access the application, and also caused the number of followers of a lot of users, especially influencers, drop drastically. Instagram immediately apologized, and fixing the bug was the organization's goal in order to get back to its original purpose, which is allowing users to share photos and videos with their followers. An organization gathers people in order to achieve its goals. People are the ones who make decisions and engage in work activities. For instance, many employees from Instagram work to create new and creative functions, namely Story, Reel, Boomerang, Shop, and the list goes on. These new ideas are very crucial to the organization in order to fulfill the user satisfaction when using the application. By doing so, the purpose of the Instagram, which is allowing users to share photos and videos, can be achieved. An organization has a deliberate structure so that it can define and limit the behavior of its members. At Instagram, it has a structure with different businesses, departments, and functional areas. There will be rules and regulations to guide people what to do or not to do. This structure is to make sure the management of the organization to be more organized. With organized structure, Instagram will also be able to attain its purpose. So, these are all about question 1. Thank you for listening.
Hi everyone, my name is Gabriela. Today, I would like to continue our discussion about question number 2. The question is, roles define the manager. Do you agree or disagree with these statements? Discuss what you think managers do. I agree with these statements as role define the managers. In my opinion, managers are classified into top, middle, first line, or team leader according to their job descriptions. Managers are individuals who work in an organization, directing and overseeing the activities of other people. Managers can be classified into 3 roles such as interpersonal roles, informational roles, and decision-making roles. What is the difference between interpersonal roles, informational roles, and decision-making roles? Now, I would like to explain what is the interpersonal roles. Interpersonal roles is involving people that subordinates and persons outside the organization and other duties that are ceremonial and symbolic in nature. The 3 roles within these categories are figurehead, leader, and liaison. Managers must act as figureheads because of their formal authority and symbolic positions representing the organization. As leaders, managers have to consider the needs of an organization and those of the individuals they manage and work with. The third interpersonal role, that of liaison, deals with the horizontal relationships which studies of work activity have been shown to be important for a manager. A manager usually maintains a network of relationships, both inside and outside the organization, dealing with people, normally and informally, up and down the hierarchy and sideways within it, is thus a major element of the manager's roles. A manager is often most visible when performing these interpersonal roles. Managers must collect, disseminate, and transmit information, and these activities have three corresponding informational roles, such as monitor, disseminator, and spokesperson. In monitoring what goes on in the organization, a manager will seek information and receive information about both internal and external events and transmit it to others. This process of transmission is the dissemination role, passing on information. A manager has to give information concerning the organization to staff and to outsiders, taking on the role of spokesperson to both the general public and those in positions of authority. Managers need not collect or disseminate every item themselves, but must retain authority and integrity by ensuring the information they handle is correct. Besides that, making decisions is the most crucial part of any managerial activity. Decisional roles comes out different types of decisions, which is namely entrepreneur, disturbance handler, resource allocator, and negotiator. As entrepreneurs, managers make decisions about changing what is happening in an organization. They may have to initiate change and take an active part in deciding exactly what is done, and they need proactive. This is very different from the roles as disturbance handlers, which requires them to make decisions arising from events that are beyond their control and which are unpredictable. The ability to react to events as well as to plan activities is an important aspect of management. The resource allocation role of a manager is central to much organizational analysis. A manager has to make decisions about the allocation of money, equipment, people, time, and other resources. In so doing, a manager is actually scheduling time, programming work, and authorizing actions. The negotiation role is important as a manager has to negotiate with others and in the process be able to make decisions about the commitments of organizational resource. That's all from me. Thank you.
Greetings to Dr. Kwa and my friends. My name is Lim Jia-Qian and today I'm going to present question 3. In today's environment, which is more important to organizations, efficiency or effectiveness? Explain your choice. So, what is the meaning of effectiveness and what is the meaning of efficiency? Now, I will explain it. Effectiveness is more concerned with the end result. It is focusing on the ability to achieve the desired results or the ability to achieve a better outcomes, such as high-quality products. In other words, effectiveness means doing the right things. Efficiency is more focusing on how to produce the maximum amount of output from the usage of minimum waste of input. Therefore, we can say that the organizations are focusing on how to produce the highest amount of products from the least usage of time, cost, and resources. Actually, the organizations are more concerned with getting things done. In other words, we can say that efficiency is doing the things right. In my opinion, I think that effectiveness is more important to organizations in today's environment because in this competitive world, everyone is actually more focusing on the results achieved. Research has shown that 51% of the consumers will make the comparison between the quality of the product before they're purchasing for it. Therefore, we can say that everyone is actually concerned with the high quality products instead of how much faster the products can be produced from the organizations. So, we can say that effectiveness is much more important because there is no meaningful for us to do the things quickly but end up with the incorrect result. With the help of effectiveness, the production of high-quality products can increase the demand in market because the high-quality outcomes can fulfill the consumer's needs. Besides, higher quality outcomes can boost the brand loyalty among the customers because the customers has experienced the high-quality product before and they will keep purchasing for it. Other than that, the organizations are able to raise their prestige as well as the revenue in the market due to their high-quality products. In the long terms, the organization's goals can be achieved because each of the employees are actually doing performance in the right path. Let's take a look at one example here. Company A and Company B are the companies that produce the COVID-19 self-test kit. Within 1 minute, Company A is able to produce 1,000 test kits, while Company B is able to produce 1,500 test kits. So, we can say that Company B is more efficient than Company A because the amount of test kit produced by Company B is more than the amount of test kit produced by Company A at the same time. However, the quality of the test kit produced by Company A is much more better than the quality of test kit produced by Company B because some of the test kit produced by Company B are defective. Therefore, we can conclude that Company A is more effective than Company B. During the outbreak of COVID-19 diseases, the COVID-19 self-test kit has become a high-demand product because people can do the self-test at home to check whether they are diagnosed with COVID-19 diseases or not. Being effective, the organizations tend to learn the actual needs of the customers because some of the customers prefer to do the swab test, some of them prefer to do the saliva test. In order to fulfill the consumer needs, the organizations will produce two types of test kit, which is for the saliva test and for the swab test. Other than that, the organizations will make sure the test kit produced by them achieve the standard set by the MDA, which is Medical Device Authority. This can help the organization to achieve the sales target because people will trust it as the test kit produced by the organization has achieved the standard set by the MDA. In the meantime, there are certain organizations that too focus on efficiency. They tend to produce the highest amount of test kit within the short time with the minimum use of the resources and the cost. However, they overlook the actual standards and requirements of the product that's set by the MDA, which is Medical Device Authority. So we can say that it is just a waste of time, resources, and loss of money for the organization if the test kit produced by them did not get the approval from the MDA. So there is no doubt to say that the low-quality products cannot help to achieve the sales target because the products are restricted to be sold to the customer. As a conclusion, above are the reasons why I say that effectiveness is more important to organizations compared to efficiency in today's environment. That's all from me. Thank you.
I would now like to move on to question 1-4. Are there any difference between the managerial functions in a for-profit organization and a not-for-profit organization? Let me talk about the definition first. Profit organization refers to an economic organization engaged in economic activities for the purpose of profit. And non-profit organization, it refers to an organization whose management and operation purpose is not to obtain profit but to release social welfare. Now, I would like to look at the difference. The first difference is management purpose. Non-profit organizations do not aim at making money. For-profit organizations aim at profit, because for-profit organizations are engaged in production, sales, and other industries, and their business activities are aimed at achieving profit and improving employee welfare. Non-profit organizations, on the other hand, are institutions funded by the state, ownership, and individual free of charge, and provide service to their society free of charge. Let's move on to the second point, sources of management fund. Non-profit organization from government grant and social donations, for-profit organization from investment, bank lending, self-revenue, and so on. And the next point is taxation administration. Non-profit organizations found are used to help others. The remaining money donated is also taxable. For-profit organization determined by shareholders. The last but not least is decision-making authority. Non-profit organization independent of personal will and decision. For-profit organization determined by shareholders. Income after expenses is taxed and then distributed to individuals.
Hello, I'm YUXIN Liu, and my matrix number is 2192123. Now, I'm going to answer question number 5. Using any of the popular business periodicals and find examples managers doing. Here, I choose The Economist, green manufacturing, the circular economy. Battery makers are learning that recycling should not be an afterthought. First, I want to introduce the background. Manufacturing is a one-way business. Raw materials go into a factory and finished products come out. Once those goods are sold, producers usually wash their hands of them. Certainly, they do not worry, unless compelled to by law, about how the products are disposed of. Most are burned or rot in landfill, which pollutes the planet. In only 50 years, the world's consumption of raw materials has nearly quadrupled to more than 100 billion tons, according to the latest circularity gap report from the World Economic Forum. Less than 9% of this is reused, resulting in a big waste of materials. So, what do the managers do? Managers play a vital role in running a business. They need to be prepared with many professional skills. They need to plan, organize, lead, and control. First, planning. Managers need to talk about sustainability and recycling, but much of that is greenwashing, intended to improve brand images. Yet in the circular economy, the bottom line too can benefit from greenery. This is especially so in case of gigafactories, so-called because their output of batteries for electric vehicles is measured in gigawatt hours. Second is organizing. Batteries are the costliest part of an EV, so making them is lucrative. But they contain materials such as lithium, cobalt, manganese, and nickel that are pricey and can be hard to obtain. Supply chains are long and complicated. Buyers risk being tarnished by their suppliers' poor environmental and labor standards. Reusing materials makes sense. Among some teams, roles like developers and product managers have emerged who may never before have worked directly with the field. They move into the newsroom to make the process of building new autonomy more efficient. The managers need to determine which tasks need to be done and by whom. What's more, they should distribute the tasks and resources they own and make them more sustainable. The third one is leading. Managers of green manufacturing industries such as battery and car making must have the following 4 skills. Conceptual skills. So what is a conceptual skill? It contains analyzing and diagnosing complex situations to facilitate good decisions. And the next is the interpersonal skills. They have to work well with other people, both individually and in groups, by communicating, motivating, mentoring, and delegating. The next one is technical skills. They need to have job-specific knowledge, expertise, and techniques needed. The last one is political skills. They have to build a power base and establish the right connections so they can get needed resources for their groups. These help them to lead the teams better. For example, car makers such as the Renault Group and Stainless, owners of the brand that includes Fiat Chrysler, are both setting up circular economy business. This is not only for batteries, but also for repairing and reconditioning parts and vehicles. Each of these operations will, bosses hope, have annual revenues of more than 2 billion by the end of the decade and be profitable. Renault reckons around 85% of a car is recyclable, but only 20 to 30% of the materials in new vehicles are recycled, often from other goods. Circular manufacturing would greatly increase that share. The last but not the least one is controlling. Managers of the manufacturing companies have the responsibilities to motivate their employees and select effective communication channel. Also, they need to have the ability to control and resolve conflicts. Managers should not only focus on building friendships, but rather on creating teams, using the collective power of the team to improve individual performance and accountability. By influencing the team culture, including the team's norms and values, leaders can inspire the problem-solving abilities of the various types of talent on the team. They also need to compare what group had done with their goals and set a new goal for the next time period. That's all for question number 5. Thank you for listening.
Now, we are going to investigate the case application relating to training better managers, now at Walmart. This is the summary of the case application. Walmart is the top 1 largest global retailer.
The second point is, Walmart always disputed by others over employee-related issues.
Walmart Academic Training Program covers the advanced retail skills, managerial skills, including better communication and motivating employees with the goal of transforming the in-store shopping experience into a consistently positive one.
Number 4. Through the training of employees, it is conducive to fully releasing their potential, motivating them to work and effectively enhancing the cohesiveness of the company.
The training begins with the manager, therefore they could train their employees to approach their customers and provide assistance to them.
Number 6. Lower-level managers are
those people responsible for directing day-to-day activities of non-managerial employees.
With the growing competitive pressure of online shopping, Walmart has been forced to develop training programs to make their customers have a better in-store shopping experience.
Formerly, Walmart has invested a huge amount of money, $2.7 million in stock training and increased the compensation as it considers these initiatives to be so vital.
The next summary is, however, many companies do not put in the effort to develop the managerial skills in the managers according to the statistics.
In conclusion, managers play a very important role in employee motivation and engagement, and companies should invest more in training employees like what Walmart is currently doing. Seems to be a high return investment because employee makes a very important impression to the customers.
Hi everyone, I present the first question in the case study, training better managers now at Walmart. Why would a company want the employees in lower level of managerial positions to be more successful in their career? The reason why is because they want to increase the efficiency and effectiveness in the organization. Efficiency means the managers perform their tasks correctly and maximizing the output using the minimum input. Achieving efficiency will save the cost of the company because the wastage of resources has been reduced. The example of efficiency in Walmart is the successful robotic solution implementation Gig Plus in Walmart warehouses has improved picking efficiency by 3.5 times and reduced labor intensity. Effectiveness means doing the right task to attain the goals set by top managers. So, reaching goals will boost the confidence of the employees and hence increase the productivity of the labor. Top managers will strive for higher goals in the future or expand the business. The example of Walmart being effective is becoming one of the fastest growing and most dynamic e-commerce organizations, which allows them to compete with Amazon. How can the management be more efficient and effective? The managers should use the four-function approach, which involves planning, organizing, leading, and controlling. Planning. Plan the goals and strategies. The first step for managers to start planning is to understand the goals and strategies of a company. Then they will create a realistic plan which involves delegating tasks to each employee based on their ability and skills for higher labor productivity. Besides that, the plan will include the benchmark and the timeline for the work so that the workers can complete the task on time with high standards. The backup plans should be prepared by the managers to meet any unforeseen circumstances. Organizing. Set all resources into implementations of a plan. The lower level managers use their organizing skills to ensure that day-to-day activities are carried out smoothly. This could be achieved by giving clear instructions or standard operating procedure (SOP) from the managers. On the other hand, the managers must be flexible in making some adjustments to the structure to improve the efficiency. Leading. Leading meaning motivating the employees to work in the best interest of the organization. Leaders are required to have excellent communication skills to collaborate with their teammates to produce higher quality of products without wasting any unnecessary time, money, or effort. They should also be able to resolve conflict in the shortest times to avoid inefficiency. Controlling. Controlling means the managers consistently monitor the performance of the employees, evaluate the quality of the work, and efficiency and reliability of the completed project. The purpose of controlling is to ensure the workers reach the goals.
Hi guys, I'm Tang JIANING and my metric number is S2167578. Today, I will talk about discussion question 11. What benefits and challenges do you see to a training program such as this? Okay, let's start. First, I want to talk about benefits of this training program. As you can see, there are three benefits. The first one is improve the comprehensive quality of employees. The second one is boost the motivation. And the last one is retain professional employees in a company. Let's go to the first point. It's about comprehensive quality, which including leadership skills, technical skills, attentive, and communication. When employees have the opportunity to learn and apply new frameworks and methodologies into practice at work, they will become more efficient at the jobs and communicate with one another more effectively. The next key benefit is boost employees' motivation. When managers make their employees feel valued and appreciated by their workplace, therefore, they will have a sense of belonging. Employees who feel appropriately recognized by workplace are much easier to work harder and be more productive. The third benefit is return professional employees in the company. This training program are empowering employees to work more effectively and think critically so that they can have more job promotion opportunities within the organization. Organizations are creating a more holistic work environment for them to grow and develop in, which would retain those professional employees in company. For instance, in the latest H2 2022 Work Monitor survey say that more than 4 in 5 respondents believe training is an important step towards higher job satisfaction. So let's turn to the challenges of this training program. It's about 3 aspects, I think: money, time, and goal. The first is huge investment expenditure. The second is overwhelming workload. And the last is the training program is not targeted. As you can see, there are 5 major expenses: compensation, equipment, venue rental, purchasing expense, and maintenance and cleaning. I want to talk about this venue rental. Due to the rapid urban expansion, the Walmart, originally located in the edge of the city, has become the center of the city in a short time, which leads to the high rental. Many of the Walmart store closures were caused not only by fierce competition in the market, but also by unaffordable rent. While we often think workaholics who are the first to arrive and the last to leave are most dedicated and productive, that's not necessarily the case if much of the productivity in those hours is lost to burnout or exhaustion, like non-essential and lengthy meetings, hectic work schedules, commuting, childcare. So offering employees flexible hours encourages them to find the times they will be most efficient and productive to focus attention to the work. A great business recognizes how important training is during the onboarding process of an employee. Many people can learn a specific skill or develop certain expertise through training, but not just anyone fits into it. When a large enterprise has a large number of employees, they cannot accurately allocate appropriate training to anyone, which will lead to misunderstanding and even brain drain.
Now I will discuss the next question. What additional managerial topics might be budget to cover in your format academic planning program? In some of the 3 ways to look at what managers do. First and foremost, one of the managerial topics I must suggest to cover in your normal academic planning program is the 4-function approach. There are 4 management functions which are planning, organizing, leading, and controlling. For planning, managers must have a plan in their planning program to set the right direction for organization. In the planning process, one main role of a manager is to set the appropriate and clear goals and objectives, as well as explore strategies to achieve these goals and objectives. A good planning by managers will lead employees' action towards specific goals. Managers not only have to allocate employee resources and delegate responsibilities, but they also need to set realistic timelines and standards for completion. Managers are required to continuously check on the progress in the team in the planning process, as they have to make some adjustments when necessary. As an example, managers deal with planning when they meet with higher level managers to discuss their goals for the short term or long term, and when they decide the specifics of a new project to their team or check in periodically to make sure that the individual objectives are met on time. The second management function is organizing. A manager's organizing skills are crucial to ensure that the multiple units run smoothly. For example, determining the progression of the tasks to be done and how the tasks are to be grouped during everyday operations is a vital function of management to allow cooperation between organizational members to work together for their specific goals and fulfill their responsibilities. Not only dedicate tasks and ensure employees have fulfilled their needs to accomplish the task, but manager must also have a competency of reorganize in response to new challenges. The reorganized process can be in form of slightly adjusting the duration and view of a project or rearranging the task from a team to another. It can also involve technically arrange the team's internal structures and rules to bring a positive result for company growth. The third essential management function is leading. Managers must be confident in commanding their team's members' daily tasks, and during the period they face problems or challenges, as leading is a major part of a manager's job. When setting goals and discuss for new service and products, managers must have a good leadership skills to lead, guide, and inspire others to work harder. A good manager who leads well not only can motivate subordinates but can also handle the conflict between the team's members fairly. Last management function is controlling. Managers should evaluate and monitor the performance and quality of work and the efficiency and reliability of completed projects by individuals, groups, departments, and their respective organizations to ensure all of the above functions are working well towards the success of a company. For example, at Walmart, the manager's managing way has an impact on the control function. Some members will lose respect towards the manager unless the manager displays enough control. Next, one of the additional managerial topics I would suggest is management rules approach. Managers have many different rules every day. For example, when leading the team, manager needs to resolve a conflict, negotiate the contract, or represent the department at a board meeting. The managers need to switching rules constantly when the task situation changes. So it's an important topic for the Walmart Academy to include in their training. Information role is one of the important roles as the information obtained by managers, and the managers must communicate information to people inside and outside the organization. There are three information roles, which are monitor, disseminator, and spokesperson. In the monitor role, manager act as receiver and collector of information. The managers need to find out information related to their organization and industry. Look for relevant change in the environment. They also need to monitor their team for ensure the productivity and well-being of organization. For instance, the Walmart Academy trains the managers to be able to monitor the employees during the operation of the organization. As a disseminator, information is transmitted by the managers to individuals within the organization. For example, the sales supervisor gives the monthly sales report of the store to the sales department managers at the beginning of each month. Finally, as a spokesperson, the organization information is disseminated by the managers to external parties such as society and the local press. For example, top-level managers are more likely to be the spokesperson for announcements such as on a change in the strategic direction of a company. The last additional managerial topic I would suggest are skills approach. It's because the manager's job is complex and challenging. They need certain skills to perform effectively. In my opinion, conceptual skills are one of the skills that should be taught in the Walmart Academy. It is because managers need to be able to see the big picture and develop ideas creatively in order to manage. With conceptual skills, managers will have the ability to think of situations analytically from a broad perspective. These skills include analyzing complex situations, solving problems, and thinking creatively. Conceptual skills are essential to top-level managers to do a strategic planning. For instance, Bowman offer low price while at the same time they also provide excellent service to customers. Such low price couldn't be offered without using the automated data collection and analysis. I think that's all for me. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Shang Hong, and today I'm going to present the question 1-13. And the question is, nowadays, many college graduates are reluctant to pursue a career or a job in a retail organization, even at the world largest. And we have to discuss how a company like Walmart could attract talented graduates. First of all, I would like to talk about why are the fresh graduates are reluctant to pursue a career or a job. And I have listed down some factors. And the first one, I've analyzed 3 poor factors, which are poor working environment and poor organizational system and also poor training system. Let's talk about the working environment. For us, like the youngster like us, we always prefer a very comfortable and a very clean working space. and also a very tidy space for us, and then also the maintenance of the company as well. And for the organizational system, sometimes we are having some unfriendly employee competition and also some bad cultures and also bad work-life balance. And if this could be balanced, I think most of us will actually want to pursue a career in those big company. And then for the training system, just like the Walmart passage, a lot of company, they actually didn't provide training to the staff and even the managers who are going to manage the employees, and they didn't give any training for the managers as well, and also no motivation and also no reward system for the employee. And secondly, of course, a low salary rate. As you know, our economics in our country is actually having a very big inflation, and the youngster like us are now, most of us are pursuing a high quality life, and we want those branded stuff, we want big car, we want big house, everything we want the luxurious one. So I think if the salary rate could be adjusted a bit, I think the problem will be solved as well. And also the third factor is the bad behavior of the employer or even the managers. Some of them are just literally so rude and also so harsh and bully the fresh graduates. This incident happened in a lot of companies. I could say they always give a lot of words and just purposely give a lot of words to the employees. So I think these are the factors why are they reluctant to pursue a career. Back to our topic, how those big companies just like Walmart could attract a talented graduate, a talented workers. So for me, there are five ways to attract talented graduates. The first one, I'd like to say, show them their values and also their futures. Motivate them and lead them in the right path, teach them in the right way. And also, of course, like what I say, the reward system. We have to give reward when the employees achieve some small or big achievements, and then also don't feel stingy to praise them as well. Let them feel comfortable. And then the second way, just like what I say, the reasonable salary rate. Everyone want a good wages, right? So we need to have enough money to deal with the current economic situation, like what I say, the inflation. And also, I think an employer also must ensure their employees are improving their life. Like we have enough money to live in this world, And then thirdly, I also think that, and the most important also, which related to the topic, is those companies must provide a very good training system to the employee as well. We must teach them. For me, the very main thing is to have to teach the employees how to serve a customer, especially in those retail organizations. And then also, like what I said just now, you have to train the manager. The manager play a very important role in a company, managers. And then also the reward system, and also I've listed down another point, which is teach extra skills to the employees so that they can actually fulfill all the requirements in the company and also work well. Besides that, I would suggest big company to provide a good working environment to the employee. Just like me, just like us as a student or the employee in the future, we always love working in a comfortable, clean, and also pleasant working space. Let us feel like that's our second home and we enjoy going there. Yeah, and lastly but not least, company can maintain a good organizational cultures, like make sure that friendly competition between the employee. I think that is a very important point. And then also make sure that the work-life balance of the employee is maintained, and then give as many welfare to the employee as well. That's all my point on how a company can attract talented graduates. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is LIOW and my matrix number is 2204210. Today I'm going to present about question 1-14, which is, does an organization have an ethical responsibility to assist their new manager transition into positions? Why or why not? For this question, the answer will be a big yes. An organization definitely have an ethical responsibility to assist their new manager transition into their positions. Research shows that going from an individual contributor to a manager is one of the most difficult and stressful times in a person's career. And in the case application, 48% of the first-time managers fall in this transition. And organizations should help for two reasons. For number one, fulfill the environmental, social, and governance, which is ESG goals. And for the second reason, to elevate the manager's performance. Let's look at the number one reason, which is to fulfill ESG goals. So what is ESG stands for? In short, ESG stands for environmental, social, and governance. With the help and backing from organization, it shows that the organization cares about its employees, and this action should fall under part of its environmental, social, and governance, which is ESG goals. Let's look at the social criteria. The social criteria examine how it manages relationships with employees, suppliers, customers, and the communities where it operates. In the case application, the organization should build better employee relations and working conditions. Let's move on to the governance. The governance criteria deals with a company's leadership, executive pay, audits, internal controls, and shareholder rights. In the case application as well, the organization should ensure the new managers complies with the organization's governance strategy. A stronger ESG proposition can build positive corporate images, and it helps to attract and retain good employees. In another case as well, if it is a listed company, positive company image can lead to a public confidence and hence higher share price. In Walmart case, the company realized the importance and significance of a good manager, and thus they created Walmart Academy training program to help those employees in lower manager position. Let's move on to the second reason why an organization should help their new managers transition into their position, is to elevate the manager's performance. A new managers who receive assistance from the organization would more likely to perform marvelously and adapt to the position quickly by being mentally and emotionally prepared. And research from the virtual learning shows that 50% of people said that managing their own expectations was their biggest challenge throughout their journey into a new manager role. When an employee becomes a new manager, there has been a huge change in his or her own expectations, as well as expectation from others. And he or she is unsure about how to deal with this internal and external change. In this scenario, if the organization fails to assist the new managers in the very beginning, this could have a long-lasting implication across their team, and as a result, affect the overall business. It can be difficult for teams to maintain a high level of enthusiasm when their managers lack of the confidence required to bring them up. As a result of these managers focusing their energies on their own expectation, they will likely miss opportunities to praise and recognize their team. And as a result, employees might feel unappreciated and demotivated to perform well. Eventually, this has a huge and catastrophic impact on the productivity of the organization. In the opposite side, let's look at Walmart case. The Walmart had put in tremendous effort to design and set up a weeks-long training to help their store supervisor and department managers to equip with the skills required to fit into the management role. In a summary, Walmart's effort in assisting their new managers transition into the position had benefited both parties, including organization and new managers, by being able to secure their market share without losing it to the Amazon or other online stores as well. It is essential that organizations appreciate their new managers by providing them assistance into their position because they are part of the business asset.